Howdy! Welcome to Aspire Mountain Academy. I'm Professor Curtis, your instructor for this course in Introductory Statistics. In less than 10 minutes, this video introduces quartiles. Let's get started. Now, we've seen percentiles can range anywhere from 1 to 99, but there are some percentiles that are of greater interest than others. These are the quartiles. Quartiles are just the percentiles divisible by 25, so they divide the area under the distribution curve or the data set into 4 groups with about 25% of the values in each group. The first quartile, symbolized by Q sub 1 or Q1, separates the bottom 25% from the top 75%. Q2 is the second quartile. It separates the bottom 50% from the top 50%. This is the same as the median value because it's directly in the middle. Then we have Q3. The third quartile separates the bottom 75% from the upper 25%. These are the quartiles. Notice there's no Q4 here, just these three, Q1, Q2, and Q3. Now, there are several statistics that involve quartiles. For example, the inner quartile range is simply the third quartile minus the first quartile. The interquartile range is also known as the IQR. Notice, roughly 50% of the data is in the interquartile range. Then there's the semi-interquartile range, which is just half of your IQR, so that would be about 25% or a fourth of your data. Then there's the 10 to 90 percentile range, which is the bulk of the distribution. And then there's the mid quartile, which is simply the average of the third and first quartiles. I've actually seen the IQR used in industry, but the others I really haven't seen that much use for. That's not to say they're never used, it just depends which circles you're running in. Well, StatCrunch will calculate some of these for you, and then for the others, it will give you what you need to calculate them yourself. Let's return, M&Ms, yeah. Let's return to our M&Ms data file in StatCrunch to review what we've learned thus far. In what percentile is each of the following values? 2 yellow M&Ms, 4 blue M&Ms, and 1 red M&M. Go ahead, pause the video here, go into the M&Ms file in our StatCrunch group, and see if you can calculate these for yourself. Then come back here and we'll see how you did. Okay, let's see how you get the right answers using StatCrunch. Okay, we're here in the M&Ms file, and we're going to use this file to demonstrate how to calculate percentiles. So to start with, we're going to go up and have to sort the data first. And so to do that, we're going to go to Data, Sort. And here in my options window, I've got the option to sort all the columns now, but I've actually tried this and it doesn't work out too well. So I just select the individual column that I used to want to work with. And I'm going to do this one at a time because, again, when I try to sort on multiple columns, then I end up get things all messed up. I'm going to open in a new data table because that just keeps everything separated nice and clean. Hit compute, and here's my yellow M&M data. It's sorted now. We're asked to find the percentile for 2 yellow M&Ms, so I find the first instance of 2, and it's right here. And then I'm going to take the row number that's directly above it, 7, so I'll whip out my calculator, and I'll take 7 divided by a total number, which is 15, times 100, and we'll round that up to 47%. So the 47th percentile, that's where 2 yellow M&Ms is located. Next, we're asked for 4 blue. So I go back to my file here. I can sort the blue. I just do the same thing. So I'm looking for 4 blue. So the first instance of 4 is right here. So the row number directly above is 12, divided by the total, which is 15, times 100, and I'm in the 80th percentile with 4 blue. Now last one was asked was the one red. Back in here, I'm going to sort my reds. Now I've got my red sorted. I need one red, so the first instance of 1 appears here, and that's on row 10. I want the row above, which is 9. So I'm going to go 9 divided by the total, which is 15, times 100, and I'm in the 60th percentile. And there you go. That's all there is to it. Hope that helps you. Okay, I hope you were able to find these answers on your own using StatCrunch. If not, please devote yourself to more practice until you can get this down. Now, for the green M&Ms, find the following percentiles or quartiles. Again, pause the video, go get your answers in StatCrunch, and then come back and we'll see how well you did. Okay, let's see how to do this in StatCrunch. Okay, we're here in the M&M file. I've sorted the data values for the green M&Ms, and we're going to use this sorted data to demonstrate how to get the data values out from a given percentile or quartile. So the first one we were asked for was P25. That's the 25th percentile. So to do that, I'm going to get a calculator, get the total number of data values. Here's 15 times 25%, because I'm looking for P25, 3.75. So I'm going to round that up to 4. So 4 is right here. This is row 4, and the value on row 4 is 1. So P25 corresponds to a data value of 1. Seriously that easy. The next one is P10, so I'm going to go back. 15 times 10%, 1.5, round up to 2. So what's on row 2? 0. So 0 is in the 10th percentile, or P10. The next one was Q1. Q1 is the same as the 25th percentile. And we did that one just a moment ago, so that's going to give you back the 1. Q3 is 75%. That's 75th percentile. So if I go 15, which is the total, times 75%, 11.25. I'm still going to round up, even though normally I would round this down. I'm still going to round it up. So 11.25 rounded up to 12. What's on row 12? 4. So there's my value there. And the last one was P85. So if I go back to my calculator, 15 total times 85%. Round up 12.75 to 13. What's on row 13? It's a 4. And that's how you find data values given a percentile or quartile. Hope that helps you. Again, I hope you're able to find these answers on your own using StatCrunch. If not, it's time for more practice until you do. That brings us to the end of this mini lecture. I hope you found it helpful. You can find more mini lectures for this and other courses at AspireMountainAcademy.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.